outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
Hello and welcome to Country with Celine. We've seen a lot of female country power within the last few weeks, but now it's time to shift gears to the guys. Today we are joined by Jeff Forgeron, who recently released his new single, Raised Up on It.
We're the ones with the mind out to the door, ain't afraid of rocking that 4x4. We're the ones with the kick of a 12 gauge.
Jeff, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, anytime. Okay, so let's talk about your new single. I remember the first time I heard it, I reached out to you right away and I said, this is straight Jason Aldean vibes. Like from the core of that song, like all I heard was Aldean, and even in your voice. So can you explain the inspiration behind that song?
So for that one, I put out a couple of projects before this, and they were, I don't know, more of a mellow kind of sound in my opinion. But I come from a 90s country and a rock background. So I wanted to showcase those together, show what I'm really about. I wanted to have a fun song to start off with. And I just wanted something, because I live in a small town right now. So I wanted, there's a whole bunch of people like me. I just want to make a nice song, upbeat, rocking, catchy, and just throw it all in one pot and mix it together kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a song that you would definitely listen to on the country roads, driving through small towns. It's definitely an anthem for small towns, for sure. And this was your first single that you released from your EP, which was back in 2018, Looking Back. That was the last EP that you released. So what have you been up to? Just writing songs?
Yeah, I mean, from the Looking Back EP till now, I think it's maybe going on a couple years now. So just in between there, I've been kind of honing in on my sound, which Raised Up on It really showcases. I've been writing a ton, working with a whole bunch of different artists, writing songs actually with them and for them. So I'm trying to branch out on the whole artist and songwriter field, I guess.
Yes, no, for sure. And now just sticking to your roots, how did you get into music?
Honestly, I've probably been playing music since I was in elementary school. I started I was this kid with long black hair, and I was in metal and rock and stuff growing up. And my buddy, he actually started playing guitar, and just naturally I went and picked up the bass. Started a little band. So we started in elementary school, maybe grade 6 or 7. Started playing stuff like Blink-182 and Green Day, and just kind of started doing that. We formed a band all through high school and college, and then life started happening and we didn't have as much time for it, but I still wanted to continue with music. And eventually one day I was driving home from work. I had a bad day and I was trying to think of something that would make me happy in the moment. And I remembered, memories from growing up, and my dad would play, Alan Jackson, Tim McGraw, George Strait on the radio. I just kind of that memory just kind of made me happy. So I turned on the radio, started singing along, and I was like, you know what? I'll try writing a country song. It fit my voice, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, and your EP back in 2018, the Looking Back album, I was just going to say, really, you can hear the rock. When I was listening to it, I was thinking about even Nickelback. I don't know why.
Oh, that's cool.
And that came to my head, because it is a rock album, but there's also country. And I did notice the transition from your EP in 2017 to 2018 to now to this single. So congratulations on that. You're doing really well, Jeff, I have to say.
Thank you very much. Yeah, even I mean, you grow as an artist and you change all the time and stuff. So I think I'm at the point now where I'm starting to find where I want to be as an artist, sound wise, but just like you said, throughout those 3 different releases, they're different. So I wonder, I don't even know what's going to happen next with what I release. Is going to be the same, something different? Who knows now?
You should definitely stick with the same. I like it. I'm sure I have a lot of people who like the same thing too. No problem. So let's talk about musical influences. Who did you look up to growing up? Or I should say now, at least.
Yeah, ever since I started doing country, Alan Jackson, he's one of my huge favorites. Obviously George Strait, Tim McGraw. Those were some that obviously I was listening to when I was growing up. More recent, obviously Aldean is probably my guy. He's one of the ones no matter what he puts out, I always have it cranked up. Guys like Hardy, Blake Shelton, I love him too. So there's a whole bunch of them, but more, I would say Aldean with the rock edge to it, just gritty in your face and just being honest.
Have you seen him in concert by chance?
I have. I've seen him a couple times, and I mean, we're supposed to see him. I guess what was it, last summer now, when COVID really started kicking off and canceling everything. So we were supposed to see him then. And I was pumped, but I guess gotta wait.
I know. Oh God,
Yeah.
it is so annoying at this point now. We just want life to go back to normal, right?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so over this.
Yeah, especially you. You're a performer. You want to be back on stage performing in front of large crowds.
Oh, I would love that so much.
Yeah. I got the chance to see Jason Aldean too, just going back. He's amazing. He is an amazing performer. He gets the crowd going, and every single one of his songs is just a hard, like, rock. We want to rock out to it all night long, pretty much.
Yeah, like every time I've seen him, as soon as the show ends, I just turn to whoever I'm with. I'm like, I got to be doing this. Like, I can't wait to get up there and just play. And it might have to wait a little longer, but it's worth it.
It's okay. Everything will happen. Everything in your life is planned already, and you will get where you're supposed to be. So, just quickly, what's your favorite Aldean song?
Ooh, Tattoos on This Town is one of them. So honestly, like, you could put on a Jason Aldean song. It's my favorite. Like, it's honestly so hard for me to pick his old stuff, his new stuff, everything. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of, obviously, the new album, but throw on any song and it's probably my favorite, to be honest.
Of course. Here, can you guess what song you think is my favorite of Jason Aldean?
Let's see. Okay, give me a hint. Newer or older?
It's older. Like, it's quite older.
Okay, that throws a wrench into it. I was gonna say You Make It Easy, but if it's older, I don't know.
Come on, think about it. I'm a girl and I love country music.
I was gonna say The Truth, but that's not really like a love song, so I don't know.
No, She's Country. Come on.
Oh, that's a good rockin' one too.
Oh, when that song comes on at the Rockin' Horse in Toronto, I am all on the dance floor for that.
Yeah, those see, that's the stuff I like, but just in your face, and it just gets everyone going. It's got a nice edge to it.
And that's what Raised Up on It. That's exactly the type of edge that song has too.
Yeah, I love it.
So, throwing this one out there, who would be your dream collaboration? I'm gonna guess Jason Aldean.
Yeah, 100%. He's right up there. I think Alan Jackson would be, if I had to pick. Obviously, Aldean is right there, but I think Alan Jackson would be one of the first ones I would think of. Just, growing up, like I said, every Sunday morning, my dad would cook us a breakfast and stuff, and he would have KX96, which is our local radio station pretty much. He would have that going on and on. So that's one of the memories that always sticks out. So I think Alan Jackson would probably be my all-time collab.
That'd be so amazing if you could do that. And now, as a songwriter, can you describe your writing process? How do you come up with songs? Does it kind of just happen naturally, like something that you're going through, you decide to write about it, or do you kind of make up a story, essentially?
I would say a lot of the times, when I started out, I was just writing for myself, and I wasn't writing with other artists at the time. Now I'm kind of collabing with a whole bunch of people, but for myself, it would be based on real life stuff. If I was going through a breakup or a new relationship, or I don't know, got a new job or fired or something, whatever, I try to base it off that and, build a story that would relate to other people. If it's writing with other artists, I kind of feed off what they're going through in life right at that moment, and, bring my, what's happened to me in my life to that and see where it goes. But a lot of the times, honestly, when I'm at work, song ideas pop into my head, and I have to either write them down or record them on my phone quickly. And so a lot of ideas come from work, for sure.
That's where voice memos come in handy, eh?
100%.
Yeah. And now you're a Canadian boy, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so whereabouts in Canada did you grow up?
I grew up in Pickering, Ontario. For, I don't know, I'm 30 now, so probably a good 25 years of my life in Pickering. Recently moved out to Colborne, Ontario, which is east of Oshawa, basically. I just wanted to live, because when we were living in Pickering and stuff, it was kind of still a smaller area. Now it's blown up. So I wanted to get back to a small town vibe. So that's where I found out here in Colburn.
And so since you're a country artist, have you made your way down to Nashville recently, or maybe not recently because of COVID, but
I mean, well, that was another plan too. This past summer, we're hoping to go down there and write and just, experience the Nashville lifestyle for a bit. But me and a couple of buddies, we did a road trip to Daytona and pretty much a one-night pass through to Nashville for just the one night. But it gave me enough of a taste where I was like, I got to get back here as soon as I can.
would you ever consider moving there permanently?
I would, because obviously there's a lot of opportunity. You meet tons of people down there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love Canada, so it'd be really hard to force me down there in a way.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I've been hearing there is a lot of Canadian country artists down in Nashville. It's pretty much booming with Canadians now because there's a lot of country artists like yourself from Canada that are rising so fast. And honestly,
Yeah.
it's so, I'm so proud of that. And I'm sure you are too, right? Because realistically, when you really think of country artists, you think more of the artists who are born in the States, like Texas or Tennessee, because that's where like more of the, like a Luke Bryan or like a Jason Aldean, like where they come from.
Yeah.
There, right? But to have a lot of Canadians kicking ass, I should say, it's great. It's honestly great.
It's awesome to see. It's pretty cool. It seems like, like one of the big ones, obviously, like Megan Patrick, she's down there now. She's killing it. More artists from Canada are starting to go down there and sort of take over. So it's cool to see like a Canadian stamp on Nashville right now.
Yes, gotta love it. Gotta love to be Canadian. And now you started up a series. It was called Whiskey Wednesdays. So you released a couple of originals on that. Like you performed a couple of originals on your series. Have you ever thought about releasing them?
Yeah. I mean, every song that I put out, I kind of get like feedback from people, and I keep just like a big log of songs I could potentially record. Some of them are definitely on there. Some of them maybe I'll pitch to other artists, or who knows, maybe some of them just never see the light of day, which is sad. But all of them have like a chance of making it. But we'll see. That's something I want to keep doing though. When I started back in the studio, it was kind of around the same time where I started that Whiskey Wednesday series. So all my focus went into the studio, so I didn't really have time for it. But I'm hoping to start that back up again and just showing people songs I've written, and maybe a cover here or there.
Well, I have to say, Red, White, and Country, that should be your next single.
If you like mud on your tires, no ball cash, spread where you're from, your name on the back, turn up that song, live too loud, and it takes you back. If you like front porch swings, John Deere green, don't need much of anything, someone to love, a little gas in the truck, any little luck. If you like me,
Thank
you. I appreciate that.
If you want to think about that, yeah. And now 2021, obviously 2020 was an interesting year to say the least. A lot of things were put on hold. But you did get to work on your craft a lot more, and that not just for you, but for everyone essentially got to work on themselves. So what's something that you wish to accomplish by the end of 2021?
Honestly, a couple of my goals, obviously release some more songs and just keep growing in that sense. I've never played a full band country show like for myself yet. So that's on my list. Everything I've done so far has been acoustic performances. So I want to get to full band, and obviously songs like Raised Up on It, and even maybe a couple other ones coming out that you need the full band behind you just to give it everything it's got. So I really hope to do that. And I hope to write with some other artists too, and maybe have them put out some songs I've written with them. So that's a goal of mine as well.
How about releasing an album at the end of the year? You think that's in the headlights, or maybe for the next year?
Maybe for the next one. I've got a few things planned for this year, so I'm hoping sooner than later I'll start like kind of leaking stuff out about that. But things for me wise anyway.
Well, that's exciting. And now before I let you go, okay, Country with Celine rapid fire. I'm going to shoot you a couple questions. Answer them as fast as you can. I already already spoke to the
All right.
about this before. Okay, so first one, dream travel destination.
Ooh, Ireland.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I heard that it's really nice over there. Is that your background?
I'm sure somewhere down the line. I know my family is French, but I'm
Yes.
sure we. Yeah.
Down the line somewhere. If you go on ancestry.com, you'll probably find it.
I mean, I'm pale enough I can't tan, so I'm probably somewhere over there too.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Your go-to song to drive to on a summer day.
Probably Take a Little Ride by Aldean.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
And now what is the most trouble that you've ever gotten into?
Ooh. I mean, I've gotten into a bunch of trouble growing up, just like little fights here and there. But I remember this one where it seemed like the biggest trouble I've ever gotten into was actually me and my sister. We were like, I don't know, like knee high. We ended up prank calling the cops on the dare, and our parents just gave it to us. Like they weren't letting us, hear the end of it. I thought my life was over.
I'm pretty sure every kid has done that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, even I have done that.
Yeah. In that moment, it was so freaky. I thought, yeah, for sure, I was gonna, grounded for life. The way my parents looked at me when I just started doing that.
Did the cops end up coming? Because usually they'll come.
No, but when they answered, I think of course, my sister ended up saying something stupid or whatever. And then we hung up on them, so they called us back, and my dad answered, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And the rest was just not fun.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's okay though. Every kid has done that
Mhm.
one time in their life.
Yeah.
And if you can open up a show for any artist, who would it be? You can give me a list because I know it's gonna be Aldean.
Yeah. Aldean's on there.
Okay, who's the
I think if I had absolutely had to, one would be George Strait. And then the other, which is completely different genre, would be Green Day. Because growing up, that was like our band basically idolized Green Day, and they were one of my favorites growing up too. So I don't know how it would work being a country artist playing with them, but it would still be pretty cool.
I mean, that would still be interesting. You can be the first one to do that.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, you never know. But thank you so much, Jeff, for joining me today on Country with Celine. I can't wait to see what's in store for you this year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if you drop an album by the end of the year or maybe next year. We're all curious because that last single was damn straight good.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thanks for having me. I was really excited to come on here and actually talk to you. I love what you're doing for local artists too. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And yeah, I do have some more music coming, so hopefully everyone likes it.
Yes, and it's going on the Country with Celine playlist for sure.
Thank you.